disappointing. But anyway,
Yeah.
so
But
I'm
maybe you
just
guys can
gonna.
play it together, so that's the thing. Ugh, are we talking
Well,
about
this is
Balatro?
local. Yeah, we are. We're going to talk
Ugh,
about this because the
this is like
creator's
talking about
salty.
a solitaire game. It's just,
It is. Look at this. It is. You know,
I cannot be more bored.
it's a card game that's kind of like gambling or something, simulated gambling. I don't know. Anyway, so I thought I'd let this play so we could just take a look at what we're looking at here, because I'm sure we didn't care too much about it at all. And it was Game of the Award contenders, apparently,
Yeah, I
um,
feel like
Which,
that was
on
just
everything.
that was a
which,
psyop, bro.
yeah, which I will say this though, given what the devs of this has said recently, I'm shocked they let him even on there.
Well, I don't know what all said. All I know is him
Just,
complaining
I'll just
about
describe it
something.
in one
So,
word: based.
no, the devs can't be based.
Indie devs.
But anyway, so Balatro,
I mean, that makes me feel better
Balatro.
about him, not the game. I mean, and the thing is, that for what
Yeah,
it is, it can be the best version of what it could possibly be. It still is what it is, though. You know, like this could be
yeah.
the best pencil in the world. It's still a freaking pencil. Like,
Still a
come
pencil.
on.
Yeah, I mean it's still like poker. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
but
it's just a form of poker.
they're like it's the best poker, but it's still poker, y'all. Like, I
yeah,
mean,
Yeah,
it's a
but
game.
apparently
It's an activity.
the creator fires back because apparently Peggy gave them an 18 plus rating for having
What?
evil playing cards. Maybe I should add microtransactions, loot box, and real gambling to lower that to a 3 plus like EA Sports does.
Oh,
told you, based.
I don't know if that's based, but that certainly is salty. My God.
No, he is salty. I don't. I
Yeah.
don't actually consider this based because this is more like just petty at this point.
Well, he's right though.
But just to clear it up, I'm more irked at the 3 plus for the games with actual gambling mechanics in it. If those other games were rated properly, I'd accept the weirdo plus 18 plus. Now, see, here's the thing,
Mhm.
right? And this
Okay.
is something I've railed about in the past because I hate loot boxes and all that stuff, and I really hate it, and I've talked about it a lot. So, our rating system is the ESRB,
Yeah.
Mhm.
unfortunately. This is rated a 10 plus game, by the way, which is an E10.
Yeah.
The
This
card
is
game.
what
Is it because of the
card
gambling?
game is rated E10 by the ESRB, which is our side of things. PEGI is a UK thing.
Yeah. Peggy's
Europe
Europe.
thing. But contain is generally suitable for ages 10 and up, may contain more cartoon, fantasy, mild violence, mild language, minimal suggestive themes, stuff like that. And simulated gambling is considered an E10 in the ESRB.
Yeah. We all played cards as a kid.
Yeah. So
I mean,
that's what we have here. Now, if you go to the PEGI system, however,
but you said
anything
this
that is
is the UK,
simulated
and the UK is
gambling
already.
is a PEGI 18 minimum.
But it's the UK. I
Yeah.
mean,
And that's their rating, so I'm not surprised it got a PEGI 18 rating.
Yeah.
yes,
Now,
but
we
in
can
the
talk
UK, what we're
about
seeing right now is worthy of like 20 years in jail. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's the freaking UK.
Yeah.
But the PEGI system considers anything that it has simulated gambling, if it's a poker game of any kind, that sort of thing, it's automatically an 18 plus. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, getting salty over it, I think, is a bit much.
Well, I don't
Because you
think it
do
is.
have a game that simulates gambling in a card game.
Yeah, but I don't think it's that much because he's pointing directly to a hypocritical scenario where
No, see, that's the problem. This is where I've railed on it for years. Yes, we know opening card packs of FIFA players that you can't guarantee is what's going to be what for $3.99 is simulated gambling at its core. It is gambling.
that's
But
straight gambling if you're paying real money.
According to our laws, loot boxes aren't technically gambling, although some of those laws are starting to change over the past few years.
Yeah.
Loot
Well-
boxes were not considered gambling, has not been considered gambling, and it's not considered gambling in the UK. Therefore, a loot box isn't gambling on paper.
But it absolutely.
So, I mean, I get it. I get it, but at the same time, I'm also,
Well,
I kind of get it.
okay, well, let me put it this way. I don't think he should be surprised, but I totally support him ragging on this and making fun of them. Just like we make fun of when the UK's free speech laws, you might have mentally disturbed somebody by a post that you put online, therefore you go to jail. We can mock them, and I think that's fair.
I saw
Absolutely 100%.
Yeah,
Because
dude,
when you take things like FIFA and whatever sports games they've got over there and stuff, they are rated PEGI 3.
And so so consequently, I think that he should, and everybody really should, just be mocking the system to hell.
Yeah, it should definitely be mocked. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But
he shouldn't be shocked
at the same time, I wouldn't. It's one of those. It's like, are you surprised? You shouldn't be.
But did he say that he's surprised, or did he just say it's absurd and stupid, and I'm gonna make fun of it?
Oh,
because if he was like Pikachu face, then I'd be like, dude.
Nah, he was just irked over it due to the fact that loot boxes appear in other games that are rated 3+.
Yeah,
and his doesn't have that. So, but that wouldn't make it a 3+ rating because it's simulated gambling. Regardless, he'd have to take out aspects of the game and probably not make it a poker game.
Yeah, it would be
in order to get that 3+ rating.
Yeah, well, we said that it's good for what it is. I mean, then it would not be, if we took out the gambling, it would not be what it is. So then it wouldn't even be good.
Yeah,
for what it is, because it wouldn't be what it is.
But yeah, I just thought I'd talk about it for a second because it's one of those things where the laws just haven't really caught up yet. They need to. People have been talking about it for years. We've made fun of it for years. And I just don't know if it's ever going to happen at this point.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of the same board. Like, there's a lot that needs to change, and it's not changing. So
yeah. So
imagine my shock.
Yeah.
Because anything I think that has a loot box should definitely get like an adult rating at that point, just due to the fact that you're not allowed to gamble until you're like 21, I think, in a lot of places. So, but until they define loot boxes as actual gambling, we're just sitting here spinning our wheels at this point. We can complain about it, we can talk about it, we can make fun of it, and that's about all we've got at this point.
Yep, and I will.
Yeah, and I think that we're actually seeing where our voices and our mockery is actually producing some sort of change, and that's kind of why I'm all for it. I mean, I don't think that we should do what they say. What is it? Scream uselessly into the void. That sounds kind of pointless and silly, but where possible, where it is possible that at least you can hurt someone's fifis and kind of make other people go, yeah, that's kind of stupid. Yeah, I'm all for it.
I think this is what the dev is kind of accomplishing, because being a dev, he has a bit of a larger voice.
Well, especially since he was part of that psyop. I mean, he didn't know. I don't know if he was like.
I don't think he knew it.
Part of the psyop.
Wait,
but clearly,
psyop?
The Game Awards were like, this is going to be pushed as like the best thing ever because.
I think he was like, wait, what?
I mean, I'm sure
he's like, I'm not going to disagree. Yeah, but like, I don't think he really was like.
Yeah, and looking at the game, it definitely isn't that. It's not Game of the Year. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
I don't think it should have even been in running. But...
Solitary and poker and stuff was Game of the Year back in like 1985, maybe. 1975, I don't know, but it is not Game of the Year material these days. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to look at it, talk about it for a second, because I hadn't talked about that stuff in a long time, and I love to rail on the fact that loot boxes is definitely gambling, guys.
Yes.